Hey, this is Charlie from Divi Hacks, and I'm going to walk you through how to save form submissions into a Google Sheets spreadsheet. So, to begin, basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using a third party called, through Zapier, we're going to be using their email parser to basically parse the emails that are sent through this form. We're going to send it through their email parser, extract the information out of the email, such as this, and then we're going to basically use Zapier to store that data from the emails into a spreadsheet. So to begin, you can head over to parser.zapier.com, and that'll kind of take you to this place here. And you can read through this, but you're going to want to go ahead and log into a Zapier account. It is completely free to join, so you'll just want to do that. Okay, let's see. I'm going to use my Divi Hacks account here. Authorize. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to want to do is create a mailbox. Alright, so this is the email address that they've created. So this is the email address I want to send my form submissions to. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that. And now I'm going to head over to the contact form here. And you can put any amount of fields as you want. I'll get to how we're going to lay those out in just a second. Obviously, you can put anything you want here. In the email, you're going to want to paste in that email address. And you can also paste in any other email addresses. If you want to also receive submissions in your email, then you would just put a comma and then your personal email as well. But I'm just going to go ahead and send this one right to Zapier. And now the message pattern, we want to make sure that we put this out correctly, otherwise it'll be harder for Zapier to parse the data. So what we want to do is, and I think what works best, is if you do the label, which is basically what you want the first one to be, name, you're going to do a vertical line, I don't even know what that's called, but one of those vertical line there, space, and then you want to grab the ID from this field, which is name, and we're going to put it in two percentage signs, name, percentage, on the other side, space, and then another vertical line. So we basically have the data inside two vertical lines with the spaces in between them. Okay, and now we basically want to do that for all of the fields. So we're going to do email, vertical line, percentage, email, percentage, vertical line, and we're going to do message as well. Message, vertical line. All right. So that's pretty much set up. We can go ahead and save our changes here. And I'm just going to go ahead and exit the Visual Builder. What we want to do now is right now this page is looking for an email to be sent to this email address. So what we want to do is just fill out the form. So I'm just going to put John Doe, John, that's my email there. I can do that. Hello, this is a text. Submit. Okay, and now it looks like, oh, there we go, and we got our test. So now what we want to do is you want to highlight the text you would like to be extracted and then give each one a name. So right now I want this to be extracted from the email, so I'm going to highlight that. I'm going to just name it, so I'm just going to call name, hit save. Same with this, I want to do this one, email, save. And for this one, I want to do message, Save. All right. And you're going to want to use the best content available there. This is all fine. Basically, you just highlight those, name them, and hit Save Address and Template. All right. So now it's telling us to go to Zapier and create the Zap. So we're going to go use this in Zapier. All right, so we've set up the app, and basically now we need to choose our trigger. So the email parser is going to be the trigger for this app. So go ahead and click that. And we want when a new email comes in, that's what we want the trigger to be. So we're going to hit save and continue. And we're just going to, again, we want to connect our Zapier account with the email parser account that we created as well. So we're just going to connect those two over, authorize. All right, and we can test that just to make sure we're good. Yes. All right, and now we want to click this because we want to grab the email address, which is this one. All right, and we're going to hit continue. And now we want to pull in our samples. So yes, continue. We want to make sure that we have at least one recent email created at this email. So, and we did send that one email. So we're going to hit fetch and continue. Test successful. All right, we can view our email if we want to. This is our email. Perfect. And now we're going to hit continue. All right, so that was our trigger. We grabbed the email that that was submitted through the contact form, and we brought it over into Zapier and used it as a trigger. So now we need to set the action. So for the app, for this, I want to use Google Sheets. So I will just type that in. Looks like it already appeared. And then we want to create a new spreadsheet row. So we'll click that, save and continue. And then we're going to want to connect our Google Sheets to Zapier. So hit that. And I'm going to log in because that's where it's saved. Allow. All right. We can test that just to make sure. And it's connected. Save. All right. So now, basically, this is just telling you that it's going to show your content right here. So now we want to hit, click on the spreadsheet that we've created, which is this one. I'll call it form submissions. So it should be right here, form submissions, there we go. And then the worksheet. The worksheet is also required. It's right down here, it says all submissions. Usually it's just sheet 1 if you don't change this, but I decided to change it. And so I should be looking for all submissions, there we go. And now it's going to be pulling in the fields inside the contact or inside the spreadsheet. What it's saying is that we don't see any headers in the spreadsheet. So basically what we need to do is we need to create headers for each one of the different sets of data that we're trying to collect. In my form, it was name, email, and message. Again, you're going to want to do this for every single one of your fields that you have in your contact form that you want to save the data. All right, so now that we've done that, we can head back over and we'll just hit refresh the fields and it'll bring them in. There we go, name, email, and message. So now we can go ahead and click this button here, which now we're going to look in that email. We're going to look for the data that we were extracting. And so you're looking for the parse output. So this is the name, parse output name is John Doe. Email, we're going to look for parse output email. And then message, we're going to find the parse output message, which is right here. And that's it. We'll hit continue. And now it's going to basically send a test over to Google Spreadsheets to make sure it's working. So we'll hit send. And if we go over, bam, there it is. It already happened. John Doe, John FID Creations, and hello, this is a test is the message. So that will now start to appear once we hit finish here. And then we're going to want to name it. All right, and we're gonna turn that on. All right, and that's now our Zap is on. We can see it on our dashboard here. And now we have instant form submissions using Zapier from our website. All right, so now we're going to just test that. We're going to put in some different information here. Jenny Doe. Oops. All right, and so as soon as I submit that, it should show up any minute now. There it is, bam. It's an instant parsing of the emails, which is really cool because with Zapier, now that you have the ability to extract information from your contact forms, you can basically use Zapier to connect that information and send that information to pretty much anywhere and anything. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Check out divihacks.com for more tutorials and to check out the Divi Hacks plugin. Thanks.